Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Outback Quarterback Podcast for another week. Curtis DeBoyer, QB3 here with you. I've got Chris Hall, the QB2, and Matthew Maidment, known as Doss, the QB1. Although, we do have to ask Doss, can you speak?
Barely, buddy. I'm struggling. I am really struggling.
Stay away from me.
We need a policy about working from home at Muscle Cat Media, don't we? You are still battling. Big time, Doss.
Day 11.
Day 11.
And I still am not over this flu.
I mean, fantasy owners everywhere are livid. You were listed as questionable, and then you almost missed last week, and now you're, 50% fit? The DOS owners are saying, what is going on? Is my man QB1 this week or not?
Well, it's up to you boys.
Ollie, you're next to him. You assess it.
He's always QB1, Curtis.
Oh, that's nice. Are you healthy? You're fit?
I'm good. Yeah,
Man.
sore back, but otherwise.
Oh, what did you do
good.
back?
Oh, no, it's from months ago.
Really?
Painted a roof, and it's been a bit sore ever since. And then obviously coming up the driveway always aggravates it a little bit. So
Jimbo's hurt his back too.
Driveway Jimbo. Yeah, he's nodding. He's nodding. Yeah.
No, he's not. He wasn't on the wide shot, but he did well, I'll get him a microphone next week. I know I said that last week, but putting in air conditioning yesterday, Jimbo.
Really?
Yeah. And then another day of it today. Is that right?
Done the back end.
Poor Jimbo. We are the walking wounded. I was up at 3:30 accidentally yesterday, and then I thought, well, Red Zone's on, so I may as well watch it. And then I was up at 3:30 this morning too, and I've not slept since. So we are a mess. We're a mess, but we're here. We're here for you. It's the Week 3 review show, Week 4 preview as well. Doss's trivia returns. If you can ask the questions, we'll find out in about half an hour. But I tell you what, like I said, 2 days in a row of being up at 3:30. And the worst part is that I've run out of 4 Bros coffee. I'm out of 4 Bros coffee.
What are you going to do? Order more.
I'm not even going to show what I was drinking this morning because it's a disgrace of a coffee. And since having 4 Bros, my standards are high. And I had to resort to a takeaway joint around here, which is not good. Courtesy of Jimbo. Thank you, James. But just wasn't the same. But 4 Bros coffee. Outback is the code. 15% off. I've already got my new order on the way. I can't wait for it. Make sure you get it. If you're thinking about it, you go, maybe I'll support them. Maybe I'll support the show. Please do it. Good coffee. You won't regret it. We've got the Kansas City cook-up coming up as well, boys. Well, Doss, once you're healthy and can consume some ribs, once Jimbo's back is fixed and your back is fixed and I'm getting some sleep, we'll all go to Jimbo's place, producer Jim, for the Kansas City cook-up. And that, of course, will be Coast and Smoke rubs. That's what we're using. Doss.
I can't wait.
You can't...
Just talk when you need to, I think.
I'll stop throwing to you, man. Sorry, but Coast and Smoke.
Wait till... Yeah.
Coast and Smoke, 10% off everything on their website, coastandsmoke.com.au. Good people, really good people, Troy and Claire. Make sure you support them too. And finally, boys, we have something very exciting. I don't know if I told you this, Hawley, that we are doing an episode in the tray of a Kia Tasman
you
in
did
December.
mention it to us.
Yeah. Thanks to Wayne Phillis Kia on Main South Road, Reynella. Matt and the team down there. We will be sitting in the tray of a Kia Tasman, all 3 of us squeezed in there. Doss, not sure how we'll get around your other employer. I might put a beard and a wig and a hat and some sunglasses on you to make it clear that you're not involved. Just pretend you're not there, but it's going to be a big day. James has got his work cut out to sort out how to...
When are we doing that?
It's in December. Yeah,
Gotcha.
so it might be a Christmas episode. It'll be,
cool.
At the dealership, but it'll be good fun. So we'll let you know the details there, and maybe you can come along and have a look. Big show coming up. Quick game run through in about 4.5 seconds. Hit that button, Jimbo. We'll be back in just a sec. All right, you masked that cough beautifully there, Doss. Get used to it. We've got a whole lot more of that coming today. TNF, let's start there. Let's get that music pumping. The Dolphins 21 at the Bills 31. Boys, they were gallant. As Hawley hides his notes from Doss. You cheating again, Doss?
No,
I'm not looking forward to Doss's trivia.
Why?
Because he's right next to me.
Yeah, you can't. Oh, this is the first Doss's trivia since we've been on the couch.
And I'm not going to get any of them right.
That's right, man. I got it over here. And the internet's working today, so it's sweet.
Just text me some of the answers.
I will. They were gallant, the Dolphins, but despite scores being level halfway through the last quarter, they slipped to 0-3 at the hands of the 3-0 Bills and another professional 3-touchdown performance from Josh Allen. The on-fire James Cook continues. 3 games, 284 yards and 4 TDs. Mike McDaniel looked utterly shell-shocked, sounding more like a stoner than usual in the post-game press conference, Doss, as he just couldn't answer a question and doesn't seem to know what he's doing.
I think he was drunk. They're the rumours.
They're the rumours, are they? Well, nasty rumours. Has struggled with that in the past.
One person on Reddit.
Do you go on? Are you a Reddit guy?
Yeah, I like Reddit. Yeah,
What do you
He'd
look
be
at
in the
on
Reddit
Reddit?
threads.
I mean, Reddit's good for fantasy football and everything
it?
else. Yeah, it's really good.
And everything else. What's everything else that you look at on Reddit?
NFL and
Just NFL.
anything else you need to look at on Reddit.
Moving on. The Bengals 10. They're 2-1.
Not porn. That's what you're asking.
Not at all.
Okay,
The
good.
Vikings 48. They're 2-1. And to quote Krusty the Clown after viewing Soviet cartoon Worker and Parasite, what the hell was that from the Bengals? Utterly ripped apart in Chris Hall's battle of the backups, down 34-3 at halftime, 3 lost fumbles and an interception. It wasn't much better after the break. Isaiah Rodgers, Vikings cornerback, played the perfect game. 2 defensive touchdowns, 99.9 PFF rating, the best ever. That's as good as you can get. That's a perfect PFF rating for Rodgers. And it turns out, Hawley, that you were right. An offense of Carson Wentz in control can score touchdowns.
Well, Carson was good enough, but
Can you get that mute button working over there, James? We might have to sub him out. Can we play the backups? All right. Have you got water, man? Seriously, do you have water? Okay.
I got water.
He shouldn't have come. He should not have come.
what is
today.
your insurance policy in case he dies?
Not enough to
Not
cover
enough.
him, that's for
Don't
sure.
die.
Anyway, Carson Wentz, yeah, he can still
Yeah,
play.
I mean, whatever. The Cincy offense was so bad. They fumbled 5 times. They lost 3 of them. And he threw 2 picks. So next week,
It was a
bad.
disgrace of a
bad.
performance, really.
It was bad. I mean, Jake still threw 19 of 27.
Yeah, but
He still went at
The other
he
8
still
were
went
not
at over
good.
60%. So
there's no silver lining here. That was an awful game.
did you watch it?
Most of it.
I watched a lot of it, and all these fumbles were all completions, and they were just dumb fumbles as well. Like if they didn't fumble, then
If they didn't
Browning
fumble 5
pro-
times and concede
Browning
48
probably
points.
has a really good game. But
Eh.
so to speak. So anyway,
Bengals, world of hurt. Texans 10. Speaking of world of hurt, they're 0-3. The Jags 2-1. Where's the shelf of shame when you need it for Houston? They are shells of their former selves. And I'll sum it up with this. Trevor Lawrence threw 20 of 40. It's a 50% completion, no touchdowns and an interception. And the Texans then throw it away with fumbles and picks of their own. The Colts 41. They're 3-0. The Titans 20. They're 0-3. They're looking more scary on offense as the weeks go on, boys. Another good Daniel Jones game.
Josh Allen.
Pretty much. The headline here, though, is the dominance of Jonathan Taylor.
JT.
Dos, your boy, back to being the best running back in the league, maybe. Leads in the yards. He had 102 on the weekend, 6 yards per carry, 3 touchdowns on the ground. As for Cam Ward, he continues to get sacked like crazy, 15 in the first 3 weeks of his career, and penalties and other mental mistakes are hurting the Titans. Shelf of shame consideration coming up. They're not on there, are they? No, they're not, but I think they will be.
Should be.
Dos, quick word on JT.
Superstar.
Superstar.
You called out the start of the year.
I did.
Yep. You said draft him in fantasy, and we both did. So
Well done, boys. We'll get to a fantasy update
It's
later
looking
on.
good.
The Ravens 24, the Commanders 41. One of the weirder results you'll see because Geno Smith threw 3 touchdowns for the Raiders, all of them to Trey Tucker, who had 145 yards. The Raiders,
What?
the Raiders did not have a turnover, yet they lost by 17 points to Marcus Mariota instead of Jaden Daniels. Come on, Pete Carroll, you got to do better than that. A 90-yard punt return touchdown from Jalen Lane was the only non-offensive points for Washington, but the Raiders got scored on by Mariota, Krosky Merritt, McNichols, Luke McCaffrey. That was not an A-team, but they put in an A-team performance. And Bobby Wagner, he's still rock stars. He's still the man at the linebacker position.
He was awesome.
He was
He had
very
a
good.
really good game.
Falcons. What happened here? Chris Hall.
Oh.
Falcons 0, Panthers 30. The Panthers scored their first win of the season against the divisional rival, their first shutout since 2020, their biggest win since 2015.
I'm proud of him, Curt. I'm
And he-
bloody proud of him.
And he didn't throw a touchdown.
Got
Bryce-
tears in my eye. Can you see him? They're coming.
No, you're catching the flu from Dos. That's what that
I'm
is.
already sick.
I mean, the defense was probably the story here. Obviously, a shutout is huge. They monstered Michael Penix, 50% completion, 2 picks, before the Falcons brought in their backups, a guy named Kirk Cousins.
Oh, mate, I think Kirk has to start at some stage.
Well, Penix has been pretty good until the weekend. That was just out of nowhere.
I don't know if he's been okay. But to not put
Solid.
up. We'll see how the next month goes. But if Penix starts to play like this, then they're in a bit of strife.
I just didn't expect that from the Falcons, honestly. I thought they were making more progress than that. And
Probably
then,
didn't expect it more from Carolina.
Well, that's true.
One against Minnesota
I
on the
know.
road.
That's-
And then dish this up.
That's what
a
I
week
mean.
later. Oh, it's bad.
And even in their week 1 loss, they looked, well, Penix looked good. I thought he
Yeah.
played a good game. So Very bizarre. Very bizarre. But hey, Panthers, that's a great win. That's a morale-boosting win for them. Now they just
He's a rookie quarterback. I mean, it's going to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Just against Carolina.
But 30-0 to the Panthers? Well, it's a weird game. The Steelers 21, the Pats 14. An absolute slop fest from the Pats, who, despite almost doubling the Steelers' yards as Doss looks at all. Look at the way he's looking at him.
So close, so often, then fumbles and just, excuse my language, but just shit.
It was an absolute
4 lost
slop
fumbles,
fest.
Curtis.
4 of them. It was a weekend of lost fumbles and blocked field goals, wasn't it?
Blocked field goals.
Wasn't it?
Very bizarre. Drake May, he was sacked 5 times. The Steelers, they lost no fumbles and they kept Aaron Rodgers upright with no sacks. TJ Watt was a wrecking ball. He had 2 sacks. First round rookie Derek Harmon had his first career sack, and the Pats licked their wounds from what is pretty much a confusing outing from their...
Hunter Henry turning into a high-end tight end.
What has he done in the first 2 weeks? He went 86 yards and 2 TDs in the weekend.
He's been okay. He's been around the mark.
High end's a stretch.
Well, I think he seems like he's Drake's favourite target, especially red zone.
I'd be worried about that if I was you. I'd be worried. That's not a positive.
Also worried that Stevenson fumbled twice and then Henderson comes in and runs at 2.5 yards per carry. So things are looking good.
Bill wouldn't have put up with that. He used to cut running backs on the spot for 1 fumble. You could be a servant for 7 years. You fumble it once and Belichick cuts you. The Jets, 27. The Bucs, 29. 0-3 for the Jets. 3-0 for the Bucs. Boys, they think of hilarious new ways to break their fans' hearts, don't they, the Jets? They were down 23-6 with 10 minutes to go, and, you thought that was expected. Tyrod Taylor was the QB. They'll get blown out by the Bucs. Then they mount a comeback for the ages, which culminates in a brilliant, one of the best special teams defensive things you'll ever see. Will McDonald leaps over a line of players, blocks the ball himself, picks it up. It was like AFL footy on the wing, Hawley. You've had moments like this. The footy just sits up for him. He takes it in his arms and he goes all the way and returns it for a touchdown. And you think, oh my gosh, they've taken the lead. Could they win it? What a miracle of a way to win it. Well done, Jets. Now, then they concede a walk-off field goal 2 minutes later. And of course, they lose to the old creamy pirate uniform and the Bucs go 3-0.
Baker, another game-winning drive.
Another game-winning drive. It was inevitable, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Jets can't have nice things. What's that uniform called? I call it the creamy pirate. What is it called?
Creamsicle.
Sounds.
The creamsicle.
Creamsicle?
Yeah.
Is that what it's actually called? Is that what they call it?
So that wasn't that far off with the creamy pirate.
That sounds worse. The creamsicle.
Sounds like one of your Reddit searches.
I'm going to type in creamsicle and see what happens.
Creepsicle.
Cream.
Yeah, don't type
How
it.
do you spell it?
Make sure safe search is on.
Not like that.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a cocktail.
The old creamy pirates.
Oh, it looks delicious.
Saints 13, Seahawks 44. Rookie 5th round wide receiver Torrey Horton take a bow. What a game. His first snaps last week saw his first career touchdown, and in this one he scored his second as a receiver, as well as a 95-yard punt return touchdown. Sam Darnold looks comfortable all of a sudden. The Seahawks put up 38 points in a half and could just cruise to victory from there. And lads, you were right. I was wrong last week. I wanted the Saints to be kept off the shelf of shame for one more week, but they deserve it. That was a bad performance. And the question now is, they'll get a win this year, right? Will they? They'll get a win. Bad teams always find a win.
They'll jag one eventually.
They'll be under 2.5.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they'll get one, but they'll be under 2.5.
Sorry, Benny Coops. Sorry, Jackie boy. All right.
Sorry, Humpshy.
Is Humpshy a Saint as well?
He's a Saint, man. Yeah.
Cowboys 14 at Bears 31. Where did this come from? Holy. I've got a question for you because you said the Cowboys were destined for a Super Bowl run, and you were on that bandwagon, weirdly. And then, out of nowhere, from criticising Caleb Williams all year last year, you're now on the Caleb Williams bandwagon. So, after his best game of his career, 4 touchdowns, looked great, lit up Luther Burden, 101 yards and a TD for the rookie. Tremaine Edmonds, 2 picks. But are you off the Cowboys and on the Caleb?
I'm not off either of them.
Right.
I'm on both franchises.
I tell you which one I'd be off. I'd be off the Cowboys Super Bowl run, mate.
Yeah, it's not looking promising, is it?
No.
Without CD for another month is probably not going to help either.
That's right. 4-6 DOS for CD.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, looking like it. High ankle sprain.
That high ankle sprain really gets it, doesn't it?
Is that the syndesmosis? Is that what
I think it might be. Is it the syndesmosis, Jimbo?
Well, yeah, with physio as well, is it?
Yeah, mate, he could do it all. He can do it. He's nodding. It's a syndesmosis. It's a dog of an injury. Yeah, not good for the Cowboys. Not looking good. Cardinals 15, 49ers 16. I can't believe he's not better. Marvin Harrison's butterfingers were on display, boys, in the worst way possible. An absolute shocker. The Cardinals were out-gritted by Mac Jones. and the 49ers. Yet again, that's 2 weeks in a row for Big Mac. To make things worse for Arizona, James Conner, one of our favourites, suffered a season-ending ankle injury. That's not what we want to see. Trey Benson, though, you're happy. That's what you wanted to see.
It's time for Trey, fellas. At the start of the year, I said James is getting old. It's time for Trey.
No one likes an old man getting
here.
injured more than Chris Hall and his young fantasy team. Boys, I don't really understand how the Niners are doing this. They're not blowing the doors off.
Scoring more points, buddy.
Well, true. But Dos, they're professional.
Good defense under Bobby Sala.
Good defense that's now taken a hit with Nick Bosa's ACL. He's done.
Just come through this morning, the news of that. So it's because, I mean, we spoke about it. Fred Warner and Nick Bosa have to play well to carry that defense. And unfortunately, Bosa didn't play the full game, but, oh man, that's such a big out.
Huge out.
On a young pass rush. You lose one of your best defensive players, one of the best in the league. And they're still struggling on offense. Other than Ricky Pearsall, who's pretty good.
3rd in the league for yards. You'll see on the ticker, we've got the stats. Oh, look at that. What timing. It's just going as I say that. Which way? There we go. 3rd in the league for Pearsall. He's had a good start.
The key here is a guy called Christian McCaffrey, averaging, 120 yards a game. We said that at the start of the year. If he's healthy, then anything can happen for the Niners.
That's right.
He's healthy. 10 receptions, 88 yards on the weekend.
Credit to Big Mac too. Mac Jones. I mean, to lead them to 2 wins. I know, you can say what you want about the situation, but he still had to come in and do a job, and he has done that.
Got to get it done, and he has.
I like it, and like we've talked about, you put Daniel Jones in maybe a better situation than what he was in New York, and now Mac's in a much better position than he was in New England, and he's getting results.
He is indeed. Last game before we take a little break, the Chiefs 22 at the Giants 9. A message for Travis Kelce. We will take Andy Reid over you every single day of the week. So when you get in a confrontation and the big walrus gives you a shirt front, we love to see it.
He's got some balls, doesn't he?
I loved it from Andy.
Yeah.
Was that cool or what?
Yeah.
Travis yapping and running wrong routes and dropping balls. Get on with it. I loved Andy giving him a shirt front. The big walrus got stuck in. You would have loved that, Dos.
I did, yeah. No, I'm big. Andy Reid's been brilliant. I love him. But this game was awful, though.
It was a bad game, man.
It was such a hard watch.
I was trying to distract myself from a phone call I was waiting for yesterday. I thought, well, at least I've got the Giants and the Chiefs to watch. And a quarter through it, I was on my phone. I could not sit through it. It sucked.
How about the new wide receiver one in Kansas City?
Tyquan Thornton.
9 targets.
Yeah.
Tyquan Thornton.
For 3 catches, 4
5 for 71 and a touchdown.
He made some great catches, though.
You know what? Tyquan Thornton is playing better than Patrick Mahomes because the ones that he's missing, they're not Tyquan.
Underthrown.
They're under or over.
Tyquan's out, man.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. He's had so much space. I cannot believe the separation he's getting, and Pat's just missing him. He's playing. I think I wrote in my notes, why is Jackson Mahomes playing instead of Pat Mahomes? Because he's just, there are throws that he's not making that are so un-Mahomes-like, and the Kelce chemistry is broken down completely. Like you saw the one that Kelce was open for 3 pump fakes and Mahomes didn't go to him, and then he just misses him. It was really bizarre. Anyway, the Chiefs won. I'm happy for that.
Sad to see, isn't it?
It is sad to see because, you know what? I'm a Chiefs fan, but they don't deserve any success at the moment. I got to say it. Giants, you have embarrassed me for the last time. I pumped you guys up in the offseason, and this is what you dish up. 0-3. Let's move on. I'm sick of this. Lions, Ravens later on.
Before you move on, Paulie's boy, Cam.
The human marble.
The marble. He scored.
He scored last week as well.
Oh, he's on fire.
Mate, he had 121 yards this week.
Scatterboo, the human marble. The momentum cannot be stopped.
I think he was the 3rd highest fantasy RB this week.
Loving it.
Scoring.
You don't think, you know, and you couldn't wait to bring that up. Look at that. Crescendo with the music. Let's move on. Fantasy movers in just a tick.
Ooh, that's me.
Yeah. All right. I love that every transition there's a massive cough. Fantasy movers, Hawley.
Yeah.
We've had 3 weeks. We've had 3 weeks to figure out what's going on. There's always a few anomalies early on, but you can start to read into a few patterns. So I want to know a few players that are on the move. And once we've done that, Dos, you're going to update us on our 9-division fantasy league, the leaders of all, because we've got some movers there too. So Hawley, kick us off.
All right, I'll start with the 2 Qs. So I've got.
Oh, yes.
I've named him the Big Q, baby. And that's Quinshon Johnson. He's the guy in Cleveland now.
Who?
What did I say?
Judkins.
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 You're getting confused between Johnston and Judkins.
No, because Johnston's the next one.
The big Q baby. Let's just call him the big Q baby.
I know Judkins. I've got him in like 3 leagues.
Judkins, running back from Cleveland.
Quinton Judkins. He's the guy in Cleveland now. He didn't have an off season. He's hardly played at all this year. The weekend was pretty well his debut, like proper debut, and he had 18 attempts, 94 yards, and a TD. They're veteran numbers right off the back. They're better than Genty. They're better than any other rookie in the league. I think he's had more rushing yards than Genty already. I think Hampton is probably. I haven't got Hampton in here, but I think he's probably the other guy to look out for now that Najee Harris is injured. But Judkins,
Harris done for the year, by the way.
Achilles. Yeah.
But Judkins is a guy that you want to try to get in all of your fantasy teams at the moment.
But it's too late now, right? You got to either trade for him or have drafted him.
Oh, yeah. You're going to have to trade for him. And his value at the moment, he's played 1 game, so you might still be able to get him for a cheapish kind of value. But the other Q...
Oh, sorry, just before you move on, because I do have those stats for the rookie rush leaders. It is Judkins on 155 after 3 games, Genty 144, Amari and Hampton, who has looked pretty good. He's had a fair few carries, only going at 3.4, but there's
had some rookie mistakes, but...
Yeah. But at least they're involving him, and he has, he's shown that he can handle the workload at least.
And he'll be the bell cow now.
And then Bill, Ja'Cory, Krosky, Merritt, 125, and Can Scatterby, 102. So that's the top 5. I had a little mini heart attack on behalf of Hawley yesterday because I thought you sent through a message that said Quinton Johnston had done a hammy. Did you send a message saying someone had done a hammy?
No, it looked like he had. He looked like he was
so I did read that right.
And he was grabbing the hammy a bit.
Because I was searching for injury reports today and I couldn't find it.
No.
But he's all right.
He's all right and he played very well.
All right, QJ.
Well, the baby Q. The baby Q, baby.
Why is he the baby Q? He's older than the other one.
Because I like Judkins better. So he's the big boy. Okay. Quinton Johnston. And I've written here, hold on, what?
God, nice.
He's PPR 7. Wide receiver.
Yep.
He's brought in 3 TDs. He's had 240 yards. And are we trusting him?
Yes.
I think we are.
We're trusting him.
Dos, you wrote him off at the start of the year. You said
no, I
didn't.
Garbage. This is not me. This is you.
This is not me.
And you've been called out in our DMs as well.
I always believed in the baby Q. And here we are. He's a top 10 wide receiver in the league through 3 games. And nobody can believe it.
I know. I've always believed in him too.
He's one that after last year you would have dropped him to waivers. In a keeper league, you probably if you need.
Mate, he wasn't on rosters last year. He was getting dropped from rosters. I reckon. I think he got traded for $5 of FARB last year.
That's generous. I do not know how he's doing this, but he's somehow putting up numbers, and it's fantastic because we thought maybe last year he rolls in as the number 1 guy. And then Lad comes in and says, hey, sorry, no, that's me now. And now, so Lad's there. Keenan Allen's there, isn't he?
Yeah.
Which has made a difference.
So you kind of think, but then you think Lad and Keenan are the 2 guys that will be 1 and 2. And then the baby Q's really push back down the pecking order. But it's the opposite.
Well, it's different. He has a different skill set. Like QJ has that pace where he can go long, right? He can stretch the field. And then McConkey, that frees up McConkey, takes a quality defender off of him. And then you got Allen, who's played in the slot for, 10 years now, Dos. I don't think you would have seen, even with your Chargers jersey on there, Dos, I don't think you would have seen this sort of QJ resurgence. But it's a nice trio now. It works really well, especially with Herbert in form.
It's really good. I'm really happy for Quinton Johnston because for 2 years he's been a whipping boy from where he was drafted. You go back... early-ish first-round pick, and then you look at all the receivers that were taken after him, and then the comparisons of, I think it was Jackson Smith and Jigba was after him, Zay Flowers was after him.
Only by a pick.
No, I know, but there was that, the Chargers took Quinton Johnston first, and they could have had
they screwed up.
XYZ. So he was awesome against the Broncos. Some of the catches he made were phenomenal, contested catches over the middle. He had Pat Surtain on him as well, reigning Defensive Player of the Year. Really happy for Quinton Johnston because it would not have been easy for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Given the drop passes, and as all he mentioned, players or people just completely written him off. He was playing for a contract this year. And his first 3 weeks of the season have been excellent.
That's what it was. It was the drop catches. He was getting targets. He was getting in position. The ball was there, but he was dropping them last year. If he caught a few of those, then we stopped talking about him. But he's catching them now this year, and that's that. And I don't know how or why, but how that just clicks. Maybe it's
confidence.
Confidence. It's probably a confidence thing.
Probably stopped reading Reddit posts about himself. Because the great thing about fantasy football Reddit, the great thing about fantasy football Reddit is that people don't jump to conclusions. They would never go early.
Never.
All right, that's a good one.
Not.
What else have you got?
A third one is a man who scored 24.1 fantasy points on the weekend.
Marcus Mariota.
Here's the energy. Here's the heat. He is the human marvel, Curtis.
Oh, Scatterboo.
Cam friggin' Scatterboo. He is the guy in New York. 10 rushes, 6 catches, 120 yards and a TD, and a team that put up 9 points. Remember, they put up 9 points. He had 120 yards and a TD. He is that offense. It's probably too late now. He was the hottest waiver wire pickup in fantasy football last week. But if you can somehow get him, then just bloody get him because he's going to be the guy there. Tyrone Tracy still had a number of carries, but Cam, he had 16 touches and he's going to turn them into yards because he doesn't go down. He fights. He's going to be the guy that they give goal line touches to. So I can see a pretty positive year from, they have to get to the goal line first, but I can see a pretty positive year from our boy, the marble.
I want to congratulate you on your restraint because this is the first time I think in the history of the show, 274 episodes, where you haven't mentioned J.K. Dobbins. And that was on the back of a good week.
We were doing the Chargers-Broncos game, remember?
Oh, yeah. My bad. 11 attempts, 83 yards, 7.5 yards.
Quickly, well, I think we can all agree J.K. Dobbins is a top 10, top 5 back in the league.
I take it back.
He had two chunk plays. That was it.
And you said, "Oh, he's got a crimson," and he ends up 7.5 yards of carrying and a TD.
He had 2 chunk plays, and Cortland Sutton had the other one, and that was it for the Broncos.
Did chunk plays not count, Dos?
No, they count. I'm just
83
saying.
yards and 11 carries. Give him more carries. He has more chunk plays.
He needs to because Bo's not throwing the ball well.
All right, Dos. Good job, Hawley. Let's get to our fantasy leagues. We've got 9 divisions. 9 divisions on Sleeper. And by the way, keep your eyes out on Thursdays for a little sneaky collab between the Outback Quarterback Podcast and Sleeper NFL. Just mixing it with the big boys now, aren't we, Dos? Absolute movers and shakers in the fantasy world.
Absolutely.
Let's leave Div 1 to last
well,
because it's the biggest news.
No, get it over with. Go.
But can I just... So we've got...
Why are you singing Here Comes the Bride?
Because it made sense. It felt good out of my... It just felt like it felt good.
You got some news, have you?
No, go and read it out.
Before I get there...
Stop making me... miles ahead.
Stop making me laugh.
I suppose this is the happiest day of his life.
We got the Outback Pick'em League, what we also do in Sleeper. There's about 51 in the comp. Yeah, you're not in it.
Oh,
I wasn't even invited.
Yeah, I put it in all the fantasy chats.
Did you know about this?
No, I would have been in it.
Mate, you message the WhatsApp 83 times a day. You didn't think to put this on the WhatsApp?
Probably did put it in there.
I probably did.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Anyway, week 2 last week, Ethan Sauer got 16 out of 16.
Wow.
That's picking the spreads as well. Yeah,
What?
I know. Yeah.
What?
I know. It was nuts.
Puts $10 in that and he retires.
I know. That's another thing. But Ethan,
Holy mother of
well
God.
done, buddy, because that was insane.
Wow.
Yeah. So well done. I'm doing okay. I
can't really process that, Holly.
That's
the greatest predictions I've ever heard in my life.
That is.
And that was not an easy week last week.
Last week, you can go back and have a look at all the spreads.
Well done, Ethan. Sorry.
Any week that you pick 16 out of 16
Crazy.
and get all the spreads is nuts.
Yeah.
Now, fantasy comp. Now, the leaders. Now, this is tough because there's the Ravens-Lions game today, which obviously has quite a lot of fantasy players in it.
Not tough for Div 1, mate. I've already sewed up 3-0 on top of the table.
So, Div 1, the All Stars here. Yeah. Now, I'm going to read all these
Did
teams.
you get that, Jimbo? Do you need to repeat it?
Now, all these.
You got it? I wanted to make sure.
All these teams are 3-0. Oh, you got them up on the screen.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, I didn't even need a prep. I could just read these. You got Div 2 there, James.
Yeah, move on.
Joshy 3 Eyes. The next one. Where is he? Yeah, we'll see. Bummed out and the summer I turned. Is that Gritty?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're losing this week. So,
Oh, yeah.
Team Joshy 3 Eyes is going to go 3-0. Now,
Deshaun's terrible towels going forth.
Div 3. Div 3, Marvelous Creations. That's Tash. 3-0.
Neighbor.
There's some good teams. Neighbours touch my pennix. 2.5 Mannings.
Yourself, eh?
These are good, man. We got creative listeners.
Yeah, we do.
Keep going.
Div 4, MTV Gibbs with AJ Giddy. He will be 3-0 after that one.
Is that meant to be a play on MTV Cribs? Is that what
Yeah.
It's not close.
You know what the odds are for...
Jimbo's not happy with that. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
You know what the odds are,
Make a
Curtis?
decision, Maximus. Yeah, down.
For 16 spreads, to pick them all correctly.
What's that? Sorry, what's that?
To get all 16 spreads.
What
in
are the odds
NFL,
of that?
The odds are 28,844 to 1. So he puts $10 on that.
That's 280k. He's not retiring, but it's good.
Yeah, close.
Okay. So is Ethan. I bet he feels like he just lost a hard drive with some Bitcoin on it from 2010.
What an idiot.
Div 5, Jimbo. Let's get it up. Here we go. Bad Neighbours. Now, 2-0, but has a 33-point lead this morning and up against Lamar Jackson. Maybe.
Okay.
Should win.
I don't know. Should win.
A lot of notifications here.
Hey?
56 notifications, unread.
Yeah. I don't really keep up, as evidenced by our conversation before. Keep going.
Div
You should see my
6.
email inbox. I think I had 18,000 at one point.
Well, our podcast might be doing a little bit better if you replied to some of them.
No, that's my personal email.
Right,
Business emails, mate. I've only got 15,000.
Good on you.
Country Road, take Mahomes.
See some high scores there.
That's
270,
Green Acres.
265.
And Tua Infinity and Bajan. That's more Hayden.
Yeah, not bad.
So, what do you mean not bad?
No, I'm just saying the name's all right.
Oh, well, we're not doing name analysis here.
That's all I care about.
Maybe we
Keep
should
going.
next time.
All right, Div 7.
Yeah.
Team Skippy. That's Skirianos.
Oh, the man who made the...
Yeah, hot cut behind us up here. The sign, this sign right here.
Good on you,
Beautiful.
Skip.
He's 3-0. Yeah, who's the top team there? Is that Any Given Sunday?
Someday.
Yeah, I think they're going to go 2-1.
Ugh.
Looking at the thing.
I'd hate to be 2-1.
Div 8. Flag Football League. Hertz Donut with A17 and Calvin and Hobbles. They'll be the two undefeated teams at the end of today.
A lot of teams named after Malik Neighbours.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
seems like it's an easy
Wow.
one.
He's very punnable. All right, last one.
And-
Dos, we need a name for this.
We do need a name for Div 9.
The uninitiated would have seen that the first league's called the NFL and they go down all the way to Div 8, which is the Flag Football League. But Div 9's unnamed.
Unnamed. I was
Unnamed.
thinking the Couch Football League
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
is one.
Uh,
But any ideas, please send them through.
yeah, please send them through. All right. Well, who's winning this one? Hey, Darnold, that's a good name.
Team Jarman, 17 points behind. Just needs a good Lamar game to stay undefeated today.
All right, Dos, you barely got through.
Good
well
on you,
done.
Dos.
9 divisions. We love everybody who plays in that comp. Dos said to me today he would love to run 2 or 3 more divisions next year. So if you could just message us and let us know if you're interested. Speaking of interested and stuff, Hot Takes Live is coming up on November the 1st, a Saturday night at the Suburban Brew in Goodwood. The boys will be there.
I actually forgot to mention I'm camping that weekend. Yeah, I'm away. Sorry.
You made a lot of plans in the last couple of weeks.
I'm a popular guy.
You are popular.
It's because I'm 3-0 undefeated fantasy.
And you're getting spotted now in public.
It's
This
tough.
is
That's
what's
why.
happening.
That's why I need to go camping.
People
Has
are
to
in
escape the paparazzi.
I need to escape the media. It's too much.
outdoor haulie.
He's having a breakdown already. He's already
Outdoor
having-
haulie going off
Can't
the grid.
handle it. Can't handle it.
Outdoor ginger. Outdoor Ollie.
Oh, did you see the poor fella's in hospital?
Yeah, he messaged me.
Crashed his ATV.
So the Outdoor Ginger podcast is returning in the next week. Well, it was until he crashed his ATV, did his wrist in a neck brace, blood everywhere. Can't remember it. But hey, get around our boy Outdoor Ginger. Send him some love. Also get around Hot Takes Live, Suburban Brew. Great people, great place. It will be a good night. If you've got a sporting opinion, it's your chance to get up on the mic and they'll give you a free beer for it. They'll just pour you out a pint just for getting up there and saying something. So make sure you do it. The twist is that the audience gets to judge if it's a good take or a bad take. But if they like your take and you're the winner, you'll take home an array of prizes. Hot Takes Live. It'll be on YouTube, but make sure you get there. It's a completely free event, boys. How good's that? I mean, we give these,
Awesome.
if anything, do we give these people too much? I mean, discount for 4 Bros, discount for Coast and Smoke. We're going to do an episode
We're giving
back
away
of the
free
Kia,
beer, Curtis. That's enough for anyone.
and a free event.
Mm-hmm.
Free event. So get around it. Hot Takes Live. Look up Hot Takes Live on Instagram and you'll find the little ticket link there. Book your spot. All right. We'll be back in just a second with our deeper game dives. How's the temp in here, boys? Too hot now, or is it good?
I'm comfortable.
I'm all right.
I'm in the blast zone of the furnace here. Hey! Aircon's up there. Hey, say good day, Jimbo. Have you said good day today? There he is. Look
Good
at
on you, Jimbo.
what a man. What a chiller.
You can't wait to get him a mic so he can actually
I
get
can't wait.
involved,
I can't
can
wait.
you?
We actually do. Can you see the little white mic I've got you there, Jimbo? Yeah. Hold it up. Show the people. Didn't work. Oh, too many chords. No, don't risk
let's
that.
not mess up
don't risk that.
chords.
I got him a mic. We've had some tech issues with that one, but I'll buy him one of these next week, and you'll hear from the great man himself. All right. A few more games to go into in some depth. And Hawley, there's nowhere else to start but the Packers.
Great. Here we go.
Oh, do you see what I've written for my review?
He's written
Let me at least say the score.
He wrote 2 words.
4 words.
The Packers 10.
They're just the same words.
The Cleveland Browns 13.
Overrated.
Well,
I've written that twice, so.
Nice.
It
was a chant, wasn't it?
Yeah, it goes a bit longer.
Well, I want to start the review with a bold-faced lie from the fingertips of Matthew Maidman.
Reviewed.
And I quote from the group chat. I'm not too bothered about losing to the Browns. Trying to play it down because it's not a divisional or conference game.
Correct.
Dos, that is nonsense.
Correct.
That's a lie.
Correct.
And it is a lie?
Not a lie.
Well, we even surveyed our listeners, and we had 160 people vote at time of recording, and 79% of them said, yes, of course he's lying. Of course he's worried about the Browns beating his Packers. Justify that, Dos. Because I think you're talking absolute rubbish.
Well,
Can you talk? You can't talk.
I know. It's incredibly frustrating.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Packers went from the best looking team in the NFL across the first 2 weeks and then lose to the Browns in that fashion.
Yeah.
Play calling was far too conservative, fellas. They didn't look ready to play from the start of the game, to be quite honest. Weren't prepared, Hawley. One of your big ones. Special teams. Special teams was a disaster.
Do you still go for the Packers?
Doesn't look like it.
Just,
Of course.
3-0 and you start to wear their jersey. That's just pointing out the obvious.
23% rushing success rate. 2.6 yards per carry. And then Matt LaFleur wants to build the offense through the run game. Turn that into play action shots, I should say. That hasn't changed. That's been the Matt LaFleur method. Same was when Aaron Rodgers was there, and it's the same with Jordan Love. But the Cleveland defensive line completely controlled this game. They won the one-on-one matchups all day in the trenches. The Packers O-line got beat up. Myles Garrett looked great. He steps up. He always has his moments. Malik Collins looked unreal. And I tell you what, Mason Graham on the inside had a 45% pass rush win rate in this game. Do you know what the average is for a defensive tackle in the NFL?
22?
9%.
9%.
45%.
I got it.
And the Browns just didn't let the Packers offense get to second and short or third and short, which they were able to do against Washington and Detroit, which then sets up the deep play that Jordan Love likes to execute with Matt LaFleur. And the Packers offense, quite frankly, they looked scared of the Browns defense.
Yep.
And they played scared. 2 costly false starts from the Packers. Penalties drove me crazy in this game. There's the one before the blocked field goal on Rasheed Walker. That made a false start. That made it 3rd and 15 for the McManus field goal. But in the 3rd and 1, late third quarter, another false start, backed up 5 yards. The very next play, Jordan Love gets sacked.
Yeah.
But
you're not worried.
In a low-scoring game, you can't afford those mistakes. And the Jordan Love interception, bad decision. That was a bad throw, bad play. So, look, over the course of the season, am I overly concerned? No, I'm not.
Okay.
They'll bounce back. They'll regroup against Dallas this week, which we're looking forward to.
Super Bowl Dallas.
Tough game.
Don't know.
Tough game down at Jerry World.
This could be a championship game preview, Hawley.
Might be the Super Bowl. Green Bay won't be there.
Because remember last year...
Well, it can't be the Super Bowl. They're both
in
NFC.
the same division, yeah. Gotcha.
Remember last year, the Raiders went into Baltimore and beat the Ravens in week 3. These games tend to happen early on in the season.
Just throwing Packers on the same level as the Ravens now.
But it's still not ideal.
No, it's not. Must shout out Andre Schmidt, the rookie kicker for the Browns.
Yeah.
He had a rough week 1.
Oh,
Cost his team the game with some misses, but he delivered a 44-yard field goal to win it when it mattered. So good moment for Schmidt, S-Z-M-Y-T.
do you like the way
Schmidt.
do you like how
Schmidt,
it's
the
spelled?
Polish Schmidt. I love it. Yeah, interesting game. Really interesting. And Flacco, I mean, I got to give Flacco some credit too, because I said that I think my preview last week was that the Packers would ruthlessly beat up on the old man Joe Flacco. Bit harsh in hindsight because
they kind of did.
Yeah, well, he
Like,
still won.
He went at 3.9 yards per attempt.
I don't care, man.
Interception.
They got a win.
Junkins was miles ahead of anyone else on the field. Curtis,
Yes, played well.
miles ahead.
Played well. I was going to ask when they were losing and if they went 0-3, what do you do with the quarterback of the Browns? Because, well, if you're losing every game, why do you persist with Flacco? But they've won a game now, so keep going, I guess.
Roll with it.
Okay, game 2, the Rams 26 at the Eagles 33. The Rams are 2-1, the Eagles are 3-0, and it was, like we said, the day of blocked field goals. Philly proved once again why they are the champs. I wonder, boys, if people will start saying, "Oh, the Eagles are getting lucky with funny circumstances in games," like they did about the Chiefs last year.
The chat deserves to be there.
Has it started to happen?
With the tush push non-calls, it deserves to. There deserves to be a little bit of chat.
And just the funky way they won it too, because like they won it, and I gave Chiefs credit for winning last year, and I'll give the Eagles the same because they're champions and they're winning games even when they're not at their best. 3 weeks they've not been at their best, but they're still winning. But just the way they got back into this one was really odd. They were down 26-7 in the third quarter before Hurts and co got going. Josh Carty for the Rams had a 44-yard field goal attempt to win it at the end, and it's blocked. Big Jordan Davis. What
He
a
had
show
a great
of
game.
athleticism
He was
from
awesome.
that guy. Just when people maybe forgot, hey, I'm an early round draft pick too. It's not just Jalen Carter on this defensive line, and he's trimmed down a bit, Davis, and the speed that big boy moved with when he picked it up off the deck. He picked it up off the deck, Hawley. This was not a half volley. This was not. It didn't sit up for him.
He
like,
was clean, man.
Man, that was clean, and he was moving. And to win the game like that, when I mean. It was going the other way for a field goal, and he reverses it.
I'll always say these big guys probably have a good 20-meter sprint time. Like they're big and they're strong and they can get it moving, or 40-yard dash, whatever you want to call it for them. But he's run, how far would he have run? 50 yards?
Yeah.
Something like that,
Yep.
50 yards. And
He kept going.
But also, if he gets to within 15 yards, it's going to take anyone 15 yards to put him on the floor anyway.
Yeah.
So he's 15 yards in and he's home.
You can't stop that truck once it gets going.
You're not bringing him down.
Was it, what movie am I thinking of? Is it Forrest Gump or Bobby Boucher from The Waterboy who just kept running down the tunnel? Someone kept running down the tunnel. That's what I imagined. Davis just ran all the way home with
Just
that.
couldn't stop.
Great win. I will say one thing. A.J. Brown cannot be tackled.
Nope.
He can't be stopped, that man. How strong are the quads on the boy?
He had a couple of really good contested grabs, didn't he?
Yeah, he was huge.
And the positive thing about this Philly win is that they did it without Saquon. A lot of last year, Saquon dominated. He just dominated. And Philly dominated on the ground. But they had 27 carries at 3.2 yards a carry with a TD, obviously from Hurts. And so that is a real positive for Philly fans that says, hey, Hurts can throw it and we can win it in the air if we have to.
I was disappointed for the Rams. It was a real chance to go 3-0. And
Should have won.
They're a team that I like. They should have won. Devontae did score. Kyron Williams scored in the end. Akua had 112 yards, but they just didn't get it done in the end. And they did get to Hurts too. I mean, he was sacked 4 times. Guys like, Poona Ford, Byron Young, Jared Verse, they got on the board as far as sacks. So their big guns did have contributions. They just didn't get it done.
Eagles lost Lane Johnson during the first quarter to a groin injury. Matt Pry came in as the backup, and then he got taken out down the stretch for Fred Johnson because he was really struggling.
These are just generic Madden-generated names now.
You're down to third string right tackles. But you mentioned A.J. Brown before. I'm glad you did because Greg Olsen on the call said it a couple of times. Football's a simple game. Throw it to your best receiver. A.J. Brown is just monstering the smaller Rams defensive backs in this game.
Emmanuel Forbes among them.
But it took until the Rams had that 26-7 lead post the Jared Verse strip sack. They got the touchdown. They thought, maybe we should start throwing to A.J. Brown more. And look what happens. In the last quarter and a half, he absolutely dominated and the cream rose to the top. Eagles at halftime, -1 passing yards in this game. and you take the sacks out. Like,
Team Crimson.
you know, it's just like
And LA didn't get to Hurts that often. They sacked him 4 times, but that was all they did. They didn't touch him apart from that. So it was 4 sacks, 4 QB hits. Philly was still able to get Stafford 7 times, which I think makes, even if he wasn't sacked, he's still throwing under an enormous amount of pressure. He's getting hit, he's hurting, and he knows that the hit is coming. So I think that does make quite a difference overall.
Indeed it does.
what's concerning for the Rams just before we move on. Once again, they struggled in the red zone. It's been the case from the last 2 seasons. 1 of 4 yesterday. Devontae Adams was meant to be the solution, and I still think he will be. It's only week 3, so I'm not panicking too much because he's one of the best red zone receivers the game's ever seen. But just another, I guess, game where the Rams should have put more points on the board early on in this and probably put this game to bed. Even at 26-7, should have been further in front. Zach Bourne, another interception.
Your boy. You can't get enough of Zachy
He's
Bourne.
good.
What a player. Last game for the week, the Broncos. Well, of course, we've got the Ravens and Lions Monday Night Football blockbuster coming up. But the last ones that we're reviewing, the Broncos 20, the Chargers 23. Big AFC West matchup. The Chargers are now 3-0. The Broncos are 1-2. That's a worry. They left it late, the Chargers, but they took care of business. They maintain their perfect record with this divisional run that they have had. Justin Herbert, Dos, delivering when it matters, and we'll have a look at some vision in a second. That's right, vision on the Outback QB show. Watch it on YouTube if you haven't already. Despite being sacked 5 times, he still got it done. Quinton Johnston, you mentioned, he continues his nice start to the year, but the Broncos' sputtering offense continues that weird run of form. Bo Nix, I mean, is it a cause for concern now? Are we starting to get a little worried about how this offense is working? 153 yards only, 118 of those were to Cortland Sutton. So there's one outlet and one outlet only. The next best receiver was Troy Franklin, that's wide receiver, with 8 yards. Worrisome, Dos.
Only 9 first downs.
Yeah.
For the Broncos. 2 of 13 on third down, Hawley.
Well, a big part of any game is being able.
Awful.
A big part of any offense is being able to run the ball, right? And luckily for the Broncos, they have a guy, J.K. Dobbins, going at 7.5 yards a carry, Dos. 83 yards, a TD.
Roll the tape, Dos.
They can run the footy now.
He had 2 chunk plays.
We want to get to a play. Well, Dos, you wanted to get to a play.
Let's have a look.
Set the scene, Dos. What's the scenario here?
Well, we're late in the 4th quarter, 2013, Broncos lead. Justin Herbert has the ball. Now, Justin Herbert was pressured on nearly 55% of his dropbacks. He got hit 13 times in this game.
14, yeah.
Or 14 times. You got it there, Holly, yeah.
That's nuts.
That is a lot.
Outside of Joel, the offensive line was under siege. Now, they're going to play the Broncos every week. Don't get me wrong, but the quarterback play, given the pressure that Justin Herbert was under, was unreal in this game. And if we get the final touchdown up that he throws to Keenan Allen here, James can get it up. I don't know. Can we get it up without the sound?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not.
He reckons he can do it.
Second down.
Go on.
So have a look. He steps up, goes to the left. He's got Nick Bonito right in his face there and hits Keenan Allen off balance where only Keenan Allen can catch it. Like that.
It's a pretty good catch as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that sort of stuff, that's unreal. Do you know how hard that throw is to make under that much pressure? Rolling to your left like that?
I don't actually.
With Nick Bonito right there? That's nuts. That's the sort of stuff that, I get frustrated when people say, oh, Justin Herbert's overrated, rah, rah, rah. That's awesome quarterback play. That's as good as you see.
Yep. Got to give you that.
And we've spoken about the coming of age party for Quinton Johnson. Very happy for him. He was willing to go over the middle. Made some excellent catches in this game. But this Chargers defense, it's so well coached by Jesse Minter. They've got players out with injuries. And because of how well the structure and scheme is and how they're playing, this defense is absolute lockdown. Broncos couldn't do anything yesterday. Outside of the Cortland Sutton 4th down, I think it was late in the 2nd quarter for a 50-yard completion. And then the 2 chunk plays to J.K. Dobbins. That was it. That was it.
Well, let's have a look ahead for the Broncos. They've got the Bengals at home next week, which few weeks ago looked tough, not at the moment. But then they've got the Eagles, so that's a tough one. They got the Jets and the Giants and the Cowboys and the Texans after that, and the Raiders. So they do have a chance to play themselves back into form here. It's not all doom and gloom. I reckon they'll win most of those. I still have some faith, but they have to get going.
Broncos are 31st in the league for offensive success rate. Only the Texans are worse at the moment.
Wow.
The first, and we know how bad the Texans have been.
Imagine predicting that preseason. It's an unpredictable sport. That's why we love it. Okay.
Quag.
Poor old Quag. We got Doss's Trivia, the grand return of Doss's Trivia. Back in a second.
All right, I'm ready.
What are you turning away for?
I can just see the answers.
Oh, don't do it. All right. Live and unedited. Let's go.
For the first time yesterday, one quarterback started a game for his 6th different team in 6 consecutive seasons.
Tyrod Taylor.
No,
So he started yesterday for the first time.
It's Carson Wentz.
it was Carson Wentz.
Oh, yeah.
Can you name the 6 consecutive teams in years?
I'll name the teams first.
From 2020 to 25.
Philly.
2020,
Then there was Washington.
that was 22.
There was Indianapolis after that.
That was 21. No, before,
that was
that
before
was
that.
in between.
Okay. There was the Vikings yesterday.
Yep.
He was the backup for Kansas City last year.
Chief.
No, 23.
Year before.
Yep.
And last year, this is the one that's
Remember
gonna
where he
get
was
me.
last year?
Where was Wentz last
Played
year?
a junk week 17 game. Week 18 game.
So I've got 5 out of 6.
Yeah.
Come on, Chris. Now is the time where you jump in and scoop up the glory.
I got nothing for you, buddy.
Played a dead rubber last game of the season.
I'm just looking at team names. I'm not
So
looking
am
at
I.
the answer.
Yeah.
It wasn't Bills.
Were they in the playoffs?
Yep.
Pats, Jets, Dolphins. No. Bengals? No,
No,
not
it was
Bengals.
Browning.
Come on, Holly. Help me out here.
No, I got nothing for you, buddy.
All right, 10 seconds and you can... Oh, the Rams.
Rams. Well done.
Well done, Curtis.
On cue with the music. Wow. Give us that little jingle. Oh, no, sorry, the transition. We can celebrate with the song.
I was doing
too.
my little Conan O'Brien dance while we were doing
Oh, you
that.
love that little dance.
I do.
We've got the week 4 preview. Week 4? Week 4. Wow, that's
Week 4.
yeah. All right, let's do it. Man, didn't expect to get through that so neatly. Well done. Well done, Doss. Good return to Doss's trivia. Jimbo, can we get the week 4 games up on the screen? Because we've got a bumper week. We've got another Monday Night Football double header, Doss. We've also got the Ireland game. Got the Ireland game. Is
Yeah,
Vikings
Croke
Steelers?
Park.
Yeah. So that's a weird time slot.
11 o'clock for us.
Completely stretches. You can't watch all the games because that's 11 p.m. at SA time. Then Red Zone starts at 2:30, and then there's games
Wow.
Well, you could do it.
until 9:50 the next day. That's actually 14 hours of live football. But let's have a look. Let's start with the Cardinals. Seahawks at the Cardinals. The Cards 2-1. They really could have been 3-0 with that 49ers game. The Seahawks now looking in some good form. So this is a sneaky good game. Seahawks at Cardinals. Boys, stop me when we get to the game that you really want to talk about. We've got the Vikings at the Steelers at Croke Park. They used to play the old international rules, which is just Fight Club with just Australian footy players going over there and king-hitting blokes like
Johnson
mad.
brothers and the Scott brothers.
Commanders, they'll still have Marcus Mariota. How long's Daniels?
Daniels
back?
Well, he's day to day,
Okay,
so
could be
he
back.
may play this
what
one.
Was it a little MCL?
Yeah, knee sprain, MCL sprain.
Because just looking at Washington's history with
Do you
dual
think-
threat quarterbacks and ACLs and knee issues, I think they need to hold Jaden for as long as possible.
We got Mariota there to.
Which
I think
this early in the
talking with
season,
Paul-
just make sure he gets it right.
talking with loyal listener Paul Chalabek
Oh,
after the Green Bay Washington game, we had a little discussion over the phone.
Yep.
But yeah, Mariota can get Washington through. I think 2 or 3 weeks here. Don't rush Jaden Daniels back.
okay.
Yeah, agreed.
For those who aren't familiar with the story that Hawley is referencing, if you're newish to NFL football, look up Robert Griffin III, the tragic tale of, look up the wildcard game where it all fell apart. That was against Russell Wilson's Seahawks, wasn't it? Is that what it was,
Not
that
sure.
game? They were both rookies? I think it was Wilson versus RG3. Yeah, look it up. It's a fascinating story of Was negligence proven, or was that just asserted?
Well,
I'm not saying anything. You know what I mean? Chargers at Giants. Well, I mean, the Chargers should roll in and kick MetLife's butt.
when you're giving Jackson Dart the start,
This is the thing. I put it in the ticker. It's in the ticker. I am sure.
It has to be close.
do they wait till after the 2 Eagles games?
Well, my gutsy call, didn't I say in July that we'll see Jackson Dart by week 4? Wasn't that my gutsy call?
I don't think he starts.
You had
this
Jackson
week.
Dart as a core. I can't remember when it was.
I actually think it was week 4, and Daboll is considering it. That's the news at the moment. He is considering their options for this week.
I think Russ will live off the back of last week's game for
surely.
2 or 3 weeks, and if that doesn't pop up again, then you have to start to look at Jackson.
He was getting
Dart.
booed. He was getting booed.
I don't know if you start
And I
Jackson
looked at
Dart
Reddit.
against the LA Chargers defense, though, the way they're playing. but
Don't throw over there.
that's risky.
Titans at Texans are, well, the battle of the 0-3 AFC South teams. Who would have thought we'd be saying
It'd
that
be
about?
bad if the Texans lost this, wouldn't it?
Nug. Come on, Nug.
I'm annoyed that I backtracked on my Texans were no good call at the start of the year.
Yeah, you got pressured into it. You
I
gave
got
into peer
pressured
pressure.
into because I looked at that. Oh, I looked at the list and thought actually they're okay, but they're not.
They're not on the offensive line.
They are not okay.
Defensively, they're great.
They just
They just can't score.
They suck.
And scoring is a big part of football, as Chris would
Massive
tell you.
part of
Yeah.
football.
Worst offense in the league.
Normally, you
probably.
need to score more points than the other team.
Generally, how it happens.
Yeah. Eagles at Bucs. That's a big game.
That's
a
huge
really
game.
big game. 2 3-0 teams. Is this your game?
Down at
Ross?
Raymond James.
Oh, is this your game?
Wasn't my game. No, well, yeah, we can have a talk about it.
Yeah, let's have a talk about it. Because we've got Hurts versus Mayfield. One quarterback's in better form than the
It's
other.
exciting, isn't it?
But like we keep saying, the Eagles just keep finding a way to win.
Not sure why this is buried in a tooth in
No, it is
the early slate, to be honest.
Yeah,
there,
this
fellas.
needs to be game of the week kind of style. doesn't
Considering, look at the junk we got on prime time, Jets and Dolphins
it? Hates it,
on
doesn't it?
Monday Night Football. That is
Jets and
garbage.
Dolphins is such a bad game. Is that Monday Night Football?
And Cincinnati and Denver. Well, we can't start moving some games around.
Oh, Cincinnati,
It's only
Denver.
week
At the,
4, mate.
at the
Give it
start of the year, Cincinnati, Denver's a blockbuster.
Yeah, but Jets and Dolphins was never going to be.
One big thing is that Mike Evans, it's only a minor hammy, but he's
Yeah,
done
he
a
won't
really
play.
minor hammy. He likely won't play this
You'd
week.
hold
so-
him out for a couple.
Yeah, so
Godwin
that's a
should
big
be.
loss.
Well, they might get Godwin and Evans back at the same time then.
Tristan Wirfs is close to returning
Okay.
as well, which would be massive for Tampa because they got some injuries on the O-line.
As
But
in, could play this week, Wirfs, or not?
Yeah.
Yet? Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah,
Well,
so he's getting close.
Ibuka has carried a lot of the load.
He's done
He's
well.
been so good, hasn't he?
He's
A
been
lot
really
of people have talked him up a lot, and after last week's game, he had 29 yards and 4 touches. The week before, 4 touches again, but 2 TD. I was still a bit skeptical on him because he'd only caught the ball 8 times and only had 30 yards the week
He's
before.
good, man.
And then watching it this week, he looks very, very good.
He's accomplished. He just looks like he's been doing it for a while.
Looks like he belongs.
He does
Straight up.
indeed. Give us a tip, Dos. Bucks or Eagles in Tampa Bay?
Is it shootout?
Nah,
Don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah. You got the over. You got the line. Or the total over.
I'm not sure if it's on ESPN.
Probably only going to be about 45 or 46 points.
They usually
I would
are
say.
around that.
Well, just
yeah.
give us a tip. Who's winning?
I'm going to go Tampa. Philly a favourite, and I'm going to go Tampa to cover.
To cover. Oh, okay. To cover or win.
Well, either or.
I don't even know what that means. Who wins?
Or Tampa probably start with like a plus 2 or 3
Probably
points
plus 3.5. 3.5.
because they're not favourites.
Right.
I think Philly win.
Okay, cool. I think the Bucks. Go Bucks.
I
I
hope
reckon-
the
I'm gonna
Bucks
go Tampa.
win.
Okay. Patriots, Panthers. The Panthers flying
Talk
high.
about blockbuster.
Yeah, this is
Now a danger game.
This is you, Chris. I mean, this is
Oh,
Bryce Young and the New England Patriots. So
Oh, yeah.
please give us all you know.
Well, is anyone going to
J.K. Dobbins.
If the Pats had J.K. Dobbins, they wouldn't have fumbled last week.
They wouldn't have. That's true.
I think a lot of people. Okay, let's quickly look at it fantasy-wise because we love fantasy.
Sure.
Henderson or Ramondre Stevenson starts. I think it has to be Henderson now if Stevenson fumbled twice.
Yep.
Correct. So we're going to get our first look at Henderson as the RB1 to see what he can do. We saw him in the offseason returning kickoffs for TDs. He's got that electricity about him. Hopefully that helps the Pats offense a little bit. Drake May has been reasonable enough this year. We spoke about Hunter Henry. I might have gone a little bit early on him being a top end. First week he had 60-something yards. The week after he had 9 yards. But on the weekend he had 90 and 2 TDs.
Respectfully, I don't think people are tuning into the Outback QB for Hunter Henry takes.
They're not.
All right. Let's preview a winner here.
It could be a fantasy darling though if he keeps playing like that. We want to see It's tough for me because I want to see Bryce Young continue to improve.
Yeah.
I'd love to see them win this game, and the McMillan connection and the Hubbard thing just works really well because you love to see a young QB get drafted and everything comes together for them, especially after he's been through a lot of hate, I suppose. And then the same for the Patriots. Drake May's in the same boat. Young QB. He doesn't have that young receiver to connect with yet, but you'd love to see him have a really successful game. I'd love to see a lot of points.
That's your answer for every game.
It is, but then that means that the two guys we're most worried about, Drake May and Bryce Young, they're the future of these franchises. If they both put up points, and it doesn't really matter who loses because they did what they had to do in terms of offense. I think Pats will get the job done, but I'd like to see like a 28-25 kind of game.
It's been hard to read
24.
the Patriots' offense. I mean, they only scored 13 against the Raiders. They scored 14 against the Steelers. Then they put up 33 points against the Dolphins, which is perhaps an easier assignment. But I don't really know where they sit.
But the offense didn't really light it up against the Dolphins.
No, May hasn't fully gotten going. There's a little bit of a disconnect there under Vrabel at the moment. I think they'll win it, but who knows if the Panthers bring that defensive
That's
effort.
it. Keeping Atlanta to a shutout, is that just a little blimp in the season? Is it just a random, how did that happen? And then
I've never seen a little blimp.
And then they go, Jared Goff-like. Then they go back to normal. Like, are they going to let through 3 TDs and a couple of field goals this week like they usually do? Or
I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see, Chris.
It is actually an interesting game.
Saints at Bills. 60-0.
Oh,
What's the line?
What is the line there?
I want to have a look at what the
is.
spread. Bills have got to be like a 13-point favorite in that game. Have to be.
You look that up and interrupt when you get it. We've got the Browns at the Lions, which, I mean, who knows? Can't predict what the Browns are going to do. The Jags at the 49ers. That's the first one in the early window. Can the Niners roll on and go 4-0? That'd be an incredible start. Colts at Rams. My friend Cam will be at this game.
Bills are a 16.5-point favorite.
16.5.
Wow. Have you ever seen a line that
That
big?
would have
I
to
don't
be-
think
that's
I have,
close to a-
actually.
That'd have to be close to a record of the last couple of years
enormous.
at least.
I was spewing because the Bills were a 10.5-point favorite against the Dolphins,
Yep.
and I picked them by 10.5. They won by 10. You think, jeez.
Bugger.
So
that
close,
did
Doss.
my head in.
So close.
16.5. That would just about be the biggest I've seen.
Mm.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, Colts Rams, big game.
That's a
Big game.
sneaky good game.
Yeah, late window. Like I said, my friend Cam will be there. He might maybe tag the Outback QB in a couple of picks from SoFi Stadium. A huge one there. The Raiders and the Bears in Las Vegas. It's time to prove that the weekend wasn't a fluke for Caleb Williams. And we've seen how good he can be now. Can he put it up against these very hard to read Las Vegas Raiders? We've got the Ravens at the Chiefs.
Well, this one is a game because if these two, depending on what happens this morning, Ravens and Bills, if we're seeing a Ravens 1-2 versus a Chiefs 1-2, one of these teams are going to come out of this game 1-3. And I don't think there'd be too many teams that have made the playoffs starting off with a 1-3 record. I know 0-3, I don't think that has been in the Super Bowl era. Is that what I saw watching the Chiefs game? Because they're obviously talking about being 0-3. But one of these teams will come out of this game 1-3 if the Ravens lose to the Bills today. And that's a huge dent in the playoffs for whichever team that is.
I feel like their teams playing at very different levels, though. Chiefs and Ravens.
Ravens are playing a lot higher than the Chiefs.
Ravens have got to be a pretty clear favorite next week, right?
Have to be.
Huge. That's huge. Doss, you're looking at Packers at Cowboys. Massive NFC game, the NFC Championship preview.
6 teams have made it, Hawley. Made the postseason, being
Ever.
0-3.
Yeah.
2018 Texans were the last ones to do it.
And then before that, 1998 Bills. So we're talking
It doesn't happen, and 95 Lions. So
That's 0-3, is it?
yeah.
Okay.
0-3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 0-3.
Oh, there you go.
Doss,
but it doesn't happen often. 6 teams.
tell us about Packers Cowboys.
I mean, look, Sunday night football, Tariq and Collinsworth. You just know Collinsworth's going to light up for this game.
Do you see people bagging Collinsworth because he praised Patrick Mahomes for that backwards pass that hit the ground, and he's saying any other quarterback there would have done something else, but Mahomes threw it backwards, and he was saying
the one that he then ran after it and recovered the fumble?
No, it was the one that ended up in the hands of Pacheco. I think, and then Pacheco lobbed
Mate,
it-
that
lobbed it
recovery
forwards.
was elite.
He grabbed,
That was unbelievable. That was like, I never loved Mahomes, but his respect level went up a couple of notches after he did that. That was unreal.
You have a weird respect scale.
What do you mean, mate? He put his head over it hard. He stole the ball out of the defender's hands.
I like how he's been one of the greatest quarterbacks we've ever seen for 7 years.
Because he flopped. Like last year when he was flopping to the sidelines. Greatest quarterbacks don't do that. Drew Brees, did he flop? No. Big Ben, does he flop? No. Peyton, didn't see him flop. Tom, he didn't flop. Mate, he got killed a couple of times and just gets straight back up. Mahomes cries to the refs with bloody Kelsey in his back pocket.
He hasn't this year, though.
Yeah, he hasn't this year. And that's why I said my respect level's gone up a little bit.
Okay.
Got it.
Cowboys, Packers.
It's going to be.
Oh, I can feel it.
So
Give
sorry.
it to me.
So sorry.
Keep going.
We're nearly there. I nearly made it without having like a coughing fit through the whole show. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. You know, the drama of Jerry Jones, Micah Parsons. Last time the Packers played down there was in the playoff game, beat the brakes off them in the wildcard game. That was a fun game. Even on the Cowboys documentary, the Jerry Jones America's Gambler feature on that in the last episode, which I quite enjoyed.
Didn't he say that was the worst loss they've ever had?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Given the season that they had coming in and just got stomped. So we're looking forward to it. Packers offense is a little beat up at the moment. Couple receivers down. O-line's banged up. But this Cowboy secondary, I think I told you fellas on the chat, like, it is bad. They concede so many yards and so many points. Caleb Williams could do what he wanted last week. Russ, 2 weeks ago, could do what he wanted. I mean, we've seen Russ against Washington and then against Chiefs, two pretty good defenses. And he comes up against the Cowboys defense and he puts 40 points on them or whatever it was and throw the ball to Malik Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson and Darius Slayton, who are always open. So Packers got to be more aggressive in this game. Cowboys have got to tighten up in their secondary. Trayvon Diggs done either A, he's injured, or B, he's just getting burnt and getting cooked in any sort of one-on-one coverage at the moment.
There's a bunch of big play busters in that defense, and they are consistently letting their men go at the moment.
They are. So they got a lot of.
Could be a fun game.
I'm kind of hoping it's a shootout.
Same.
Down there, you would be definitely.
Will you be concerned if Green Bay lose to Dallas?
Yeah, that would concern me. And then that would be cause for concern, yeah.
All right, we've got a Monday Night Football doubleheader. Jets at Dolphins. We won't spend too much time on that. And Bengals at Broncos. But boys, that is our show. That's how we finish. Well, there's only one way to finish. Let's go, Chris.
Hey, look, Dos. All right, fellas. Why did the Melons have a wedding? Because they cantaloupe.
That's all right.
Bit better.
I mean, you need to assume, yeah.
I like
so you
that.
had to put on an American accent for can't because you don't say it like that. Yeah.
Jeez. Listen, just can't.
Doesn't really work. An Australian telling that joke doesn't work.
Just can't laugh and just be happy. Can
I
you?
was happy. I liked it.
Thanks, Dos.
It's all right. Get another one.
Nah, it's too late. That's all you get. I'm
enough.
not giving you two anymore if you disrespect the segment.
That's Joke of the Week. That's the Outback Quarterback podcast. Do we need to review Joke of the Week?
No, we don't.
Nah, Joke of the Week's fine.
Brilliant. Have I still got a YouTube channel for all my jokes?
Yeah, and it's absolutely bombing. No one's watching it.
Have you been advertising it?
No.
You advertise everything else on this podcast now.
Well, I advertise the podcast generally.
Oh.
And I advertise our sponsors because they pay us. Sorry.
What if I started sponsoring the podcast just the joke section of YouTube?
All right, we can talk.
Done. And then you advertise it?
Yep.
Cool.
I will.
Yeah.
Well, that's the episode for this week. We just cut out a little bit when I said something about Chris that he didn't want me to say. Sorry about that, Chris.
That's fine.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
I'm usually pretty cool about everything, I think.
Yeah, that's a weird one. All right, whatever. Doesn't make the cut, but we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.
See you guys. That was actually fun.